Genesis, the first chapter, the 27th and the 28th verse in the King James Version. And it reads, so God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them and said unto them, be fruitful, or in the Hebrew, parah, and multiply, in the Hebrew, rabah, and replenish the earth, in the Hebrew, malay, and subdue it, in the Hebrew, kabash, and have dominion, which in the Hebrew is radah, over the fowl of the air and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. So what we find here tonight as we talk about that third blessing, malay, what we find here is in the beginning, Genesis 1 and 1, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then something happened after that. And most Bible scholars believe that it was a war between God and Lucifer, and that the earth somehow got destroyed between between verse 1 and verse 2. But whatever the reason, in verse 2 it does say that the earth was without form and void. Other translations would say it was formless and it was empty. Or the earth was an empty waste. It was lifeless. It was barren. In other words, there was nothing going on down here. There it was space where nothing was living. Space where nothing was breathing. Space that had no activity.
Come on now, come on.
It was capacity with no activity or productivity. So he sees this, and so he creates life in this small space that was on this earth. And in this small space, he creates us, and he puts us in the small space. But then he looks at that large space that was lifeless and says to us, parah, be fruitful, meaning be productive, increase, grow, branch off, flourish, produce offspring of the same kind, and do it in abundance, parah. And then he looks at us again and he says, rabah, meaning multiply, become great, become many, be much, make much, do much, increase your increase.
Right.
First he says increase, parah. Then he says increase your increase, rabah. Thrive, increase in number and status. And then God says malay, replenish the earth. But more accurately, malay is translated fill to capacity. Malay then gives purpose to parah and rabah.
All right.
Stay with me, I'm going to bless you. Parah and rabah are the what? Malay is the what for. See, God is a God of purpose, and every what, he has a why. For every what, there's a what for. So he says, be fruitful and multiply. That's the what. The why is so that you can replenish the earth and fill it to capacity. So then Adam and Eve then were blessed with the ability to produce and reproduce, to become great, to do much, to be much, to flourish, to increase, and then do all that abundantly. And every one of us that are born from Adam and Eve has the same blessing on us. Now sin complicated the blessing, perpetrated the blessing, perverted the blessing. But Jesus solved the sin issue at the cross. So let's get back to our original blessing. Let's get back to Eden, and if anybody ready to live on top of it. So malay, fill your life. Fill your space to capacity. Now look at this. You've been given space in the form of life, time, potential, and location. It's good to me. You have been given space. Okay, you got to fill your space to capacity. You've been given by God space in the form of life, time, potential, and a location. So if we combine the first two, we have life and time.
Yes.
What are you going to do with your lifetime? The blessing says that I can take this lifetime and fill it to capacity. So we add the other two, which is potential and location. It's saying that I have a blessing on me that gives me the ability in my lifetime to use my potential and fill to capacity a specific location. Oh, that's good. I have a blessing on me. You have a blessing on you that gives you the ability in your lifetime to use your potential to fill to capacity a specific location. For example, let me give you an example. We walked into this building. When we walked in here with life, with time, with potential. And so at this location, we had the ability to fill it to capacity to whatever it is that we do. Well, here we do people. And so we were to fill it to capacity with people, but we also do ministry. So we're to fill it to capacity with ministry. We also do worship. So this place should always be filled with worship. All of that needs to fill this place. This is our particular location. Somebody holler, Male. Give me another example. The World Wide Web. The World Wide Web is not a physical place or physical space. Just like whatever you have to fill might not be a physical space. But the World Wide Web had the capacity to fill up every computer in the world. It took somebody's life and time and potential, and they developed a World Wide Web, and so their space then reached into all of the computer space that's in the world. That is Male. Can I get this into every computer in the world? That's a person who understood Male. So Male then means first to replenish. We have in us the ability to build or rebuild anything that we put our hands to. Do y'all hear me? We have this blessing on us that gives us the ability to build or rebuild anything we put our hands to. It was there, something happened and messed it up, but we have the ability to get it there again. Because this word is used, then there's an indication that the earth was sometime in good shape. And that Lucifer, we figure, had some kind of dominion down here. But Lucifer got the big head, he fought with God, and in his defeat, what he had dominion over was destroyed. So then God gave us this earth and told us to replenish it, repopulate it, build it back up. It got torn down, but I'm giving you the blessing to be able to build it back up. What I want you to see in this particular word is that there's a builder in you. There's a replenisher in you. Whether it's a business, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a ministry, whether it's your family or an agency or an institution, you can Male, you can rebuild, you can replenish it, you can build it up. Don't be intimidated by any job. Don't be intimidated by any task. Don't be intimidated by any call on your life. Do not be intimidated by any responsibility that you have, because God has given you the capacity and the ability to replenish. But now a better translation of this word is to fill up a space, to fill to capacity, to be full or to have fullness. Let me ask you this question. Have you filled your life to capacity? Are you capable of doing more than what you're doing? Have you done as much ministry as you've been given space to do? Now remember, space is given in terms of time, life, potential, and then location. Have you done as much ministry as you have been given life, time, and potential to do?
My God.
Have you made as much money as you've been given life, time, potential, and location to do? Have you written as much as accomplished. It means to be ended, to be complete, to be finished. In other words, God stood over the man and the woman that he had made, and as he spoke the word Malay, he said, now finish this thing.
Yes.
My God. Accomplish this. End it up right. Complete what you were created to do. Somebody holler, Malay. I declare that you will be fruitful and you will multiply until you have filled this earth to capacity and look back on it and say, it's finished. I did it. I accomplished it. There was nothing else for me to do. I filled up my space. I accomplished my task. I completed my work. I worked until it was ended. You don't have to settle for a life half done.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus.
Who am I talking to tonight? You know who I'm talking to. And I declare for you to Malay, you don't have to settle for a life half done. You don't have to settle for a life half done. You don't have to settle for a life half done. You know who I'm talking to.
Thank
You
you.
have not done nearly what was possible. God said with the space that I gave you.
Jesus.
But you still have the blessing. So get to it. God has given you the ability to Malay. Replenish. Build it up. Fulfill it. Fill it. Complete it. Accomplish it. Finish it.
Yes.
Look at him again and say, you're not done yet.
You're not done yet.
You're not done yet. Somebody holler, Malay.
Malay.
It also means to have a quantity of space filled with a mass or collection, an overflow, and abundance. So whatever you are supposed to do a lot of it.
Yes.
Do it until there's overflow
Jesus.
and abundance. If you're supposed to write a lot of it.
Yes.
Write a bunch of books.
Right.
Write a bunch of poems. Write a bunch of spoken word.
Yes.
If it's to sing a whole lot of songs.
Right.
If it's to preach a whole lot of sermons. If it's to record, make a whole lot of recording.
Right.
If it's to serve a whole lot. If it's to teach a whole lot. If it's to make money, make a whole lot of money. If it's to raise children to their capacity. If it's to build an agency. If it's to serve your Christ, have you a whole bunch of clients. Whatever it is, do it until there's an overflow and an abundance. That's Malay. Whatever you're supposed to be it to the max. Tell somebody, be it to the max. Whatever you're going to be, don't have to it. Don't be sorry about it. Don't be pitiful. Don't be mediocre. Whatever you're supposed to be it to the max. Be the best at it. Be all of it. Whatever you're supposed to accomplish, do it until it's done. Whatever you're supposed to know it well. Be the expert. If you're supposed to know that Bible, be the expert at it. If you're supposed to know how to sing, be an expert at it. If you're supposed to know how to teach, be an expert at it.
Jesus.
Whatever space God gives you, then fill it with capacity.
Yes.
Don't let your best gifts die with you.
My God. Jesus.
Don't let
Jesus.
your best songs
Yes.
die with you. Don't let your best book, don't let your best service, don't let your best sermons, don't let your best speaking, don't let your best ideas